opportunity all the time because I'm so busy with my job, but now I'm on summer break. So it's wonderful to have Sister Deokie with us. She's been a teacher for a long, long time in Guyana. Long past how she looks. She looks young for her age. But wonderful teacher, has traveled a lot. She lived in Guyana. She lived in Trinidad. She lived in England. She has traveled a lot and done service, you can say, internationally. So very experienced teacher. But now she's based in St. Martin. That's where she lives, and that's where she serves now. And has been serving even long distance while she was at my home. She was reading the classes to them and through Skype and still keeping her classes going even though she's in a different place. So you can tell the kind of teacher she is. So you'll hear from her and then you'll know. But that's really wonderful. So we're really, really happy to have her here with us. And you'll hear from her. Thank you.
Let's Holly as well. Let me say a very, very special good morning to all of you and greetings of peace. I feel very confined on this high seat here. I'd rather be out there and interact with all of you, but
You can.
okay, fine. Now I feel better. Yes, because I know I was very inspired when I saw slowly, and within minutes, this room had so many of you entering amidst all the shower out there, and I was a little curious. And while sitting in the car waiting for the shower to recede, I was thinking, let me look, and I was looking for the rainbow, because there's never a storm without a rainbow. And in order for somebody to enjoy the rainbow, some people have to be exposed to the storm. The rainbow does not come without a storm, and the storm brings one of the most spectacular spectrum of colors. And so there you learn so much from nature, how interesting balance there is between a storm. And so life is like that. There will be storms, but you've got to focus not on the storm. You've got to look out for the rainbows. You've got to go beyond the storm in order to appreciate and to embrace the rainbow. I came to understand that today's topic should be self-love. And I was thinking, in fact, that there are five fundamental needs within all of us as human beings. 5 fundamental needs. One is to love the self. We all need to be loved. We all need to be valued. We all need to be understood. We all need to feel secured. And we all need to feel respected. And we can choose to address these needs, fulfill these needs from the outside. If I drive my BMW, I feel very valued, don't you? Yeah? Your BMW and your house is bigger than your neighbor and so on. So we can fulfill those needs from the outside. But we know that as a soul, how many of you think you have a soul in this room here? All of you? You have a soul? Yeah? No, you don't have a soul. Where you got that idea from? Did you teach them that? I hope not.
No. They are a soul.
Yeah, that's the difference. You don't have a soul. You have a body, for sure. You have a body. But you are a soul. Huge difference. I'm a soul and I have a body. In the world we are trained and I have a soul. So if you look at the two, body and soul, body is given primary importance, and soul is given secondary importance. And this is why we are in this dilemma today. Because we are searching for love, respect, value, security, all that need that we have. We're searching for it from the outside. But in reality, how many are hoping that when you walk out of this room this morning, you'll feel more happy? Do you have that aim to feel more happy, to feel more love? But that's not right even. Don't ever aim to become happy. You are a happy being. Don't aim. Because once you create a gap, once you open a space, hoping, there's always the possibility that you will not achieve that. You are peace. You are love. I am love. Not I'm hoping to become loving, or I'm hoping to achieve love. I am love. Be in the moment. And so sometimes if you ask someone that if you go to a store and you see a beautiful pair of shoes and you said, that's the shoe I wanted to get. And you purchase the shoe, and at that precise moment when you purchase the shoe, you are at the peak of your happiness. You've achieved. A desire has been saturated. You feel very happy at that moment. And as the moments tick by, you return home, you have the shoe, you perhaps share the idea with others. I got my what you call it, your special shoe that you want, your dream shoe perhaps. You have your dream shoe and so on. But as the moments tick by, the hours tick by, the days tick by, what do you notice? Your relationship with that shoe. What happened to the happiness, that peak of happiness that you're having? It stays? It gets higher? No. It fizzles out. And eventually, there is the shoe, but zero happiness. And what do you do then? Absolutely. Correct. That is one answer you got correct this morning. And it's interesting, I had used this particular example. Even in India, I get asked the first answer by another pair of shoes. I was on a tour of Europe the other day, and I used the same example, purposely used the same example. And as a first answer, I get, buy another pair of shoes. And I go around the whole Caribbean. No kidding. All of the Caribbean. And I always use the same example. That's why I choose to use the same example. So I'm trying to find out, is there a different way of our thinking? Buy another pair of shoes. So before you know it, you have a collection of you, but there is no happiness. But why is that so? Why your car, your house, your bank statement, your dream job, your dream partner, all of that does not bring your happiness to a stable, constant state? Why is that so?
Because you're not happy with yourself.
You're not happy with yourself. That's a good answer.
That's
Yeah.
an illusion.
You lose them, yeah? What?
It's an illusion, she said.
It's an illusion. Okay.
Well, as you said, we are happiness. So you're by looking elsewhere, you're disconnecting yourself from that very.
Yeah, absolutely correct. Because
Happiness comes from within.
absolutely. So if this is happiness is inside, and I'm stepping out to purchase a shoe, to get a car, to get something, I'm getting it from the outside. But in order to get it, I have to step out of myself. And that simply means I'm moving away from real happiness, true happiness. Happiness is inside. And if I ask each one of you this question, where is real happiness? We know it's inside. Yet we go after happiness from the outside. So every step, just always remember this, that when you're going to acquire your dream car and your dream house and your dream this, and your dream that. Just remember this one thing, that your happiness is not really in that dream house. You're actually stepping away from your real happiness. And why is it that even if you acquire all your dream houses and your cars and all the stuff that you ever want to achieve, why is it that that happiness cannot really give you the happiness you still want? You still are without happiness even though you have that. Why is it? Simple, very simple. Because as a soul, I am an eternal, immortal, imperishable, indestructible being. As a soul, I'm eternal. So can I be content? Who in this room will be content for a day's happiness? Do you want a day's happiness? Do you want a week's happiness? Do you want a month's happiness? Are you aiming for 2 years of happiness? What do you want? Eternal happiness. You want happiness for the here and even the hereafter. So why wouldn't that happiness give you? Because nothing physical is eternal. Isn't that so simple? Nothing physical is? Is there a relationship that you have will be eternal? You guarantee that? That they will always be there with you, for you, by your side? Which relationship? Which object? Which object? See, so the soul will never be content with limited temporary happiness. Soul can never be content. How could it be? Because soul is eternal. The soul is striving for eternal peace, eternal happiness. And that's come from going within the self. So whether we want to, we are ready for it or not, it is essential. It is crucial for us to begin every day by creating a space around us, using silence and using solitude. We must give ourselves some moments of silence and solitude so that we begin this journey inward. Because once we are out of that moment of silence and solitude, we keep running. We're action-oriented. And where are we running? We are running towards the outside. We're going outward. So in order to come in contact with that source of true peace and happiness, I've got to spend a moment with myself, to understand what is going on inside, to listen to my intuition, to listen to the things of my heart, to listen to the true value that is sitting there inside of us. So we have love, we have peace. Do we agree that or not?
Yes.
We have it already. We have it, it's there. So every moment in silence and in solitude, you're not shutting out the world. You're only shutting out the world for a few minutes. Because if you want to give your best throughout the whole day, you've got to be at your best. If you feel guilty, you're taking time off to be with yourself, you're being selfish. You're not being selfish. You know, if you say to your partner, you say to your family member, I need a little space. I need my own space, just for a few minutes so that I can empower myself. So I can recharge my own battery so that when I am stepping out of that space and I'm sharing that space with others, I am at a giver's end, not a receiving end. Because if you don't have, what could you give? And how do you know what you have? Unless you start giving. And you can't start giving unless you are in contact with yourself so that you can give. The seed of love, the seed of peace, the seed of happiness is there. But like everything else, if sometimes we ask this question, is it the chicken before the egg? Is it the seed before the tree? And we can't come up with the answer. Why? Just imagine a seed. Just imagine a seed. Somebody gave you a seed and they say to you, this seed has humongous potentials, unlimited potential. So here's this mango seed, and if you put the seed on the ground, there's going to be the possibility of a huge mango tree laden with mangoes. And every mango will produce a seed. And every seed has the potential to grow unlimited mangoes. And so for years and years and years to come, there will be mangoes. The only responsibility that you have is to ensure that this seed germinates. But if you're being a little selfish and say, I can't risk it, supposing I put the seed on the ground and the insect come and destroy it. You have to risk it. So what you have to do, you must put the seed down. And in order to put the seed down, you've got to prepare the soil. You've got to water it. You've got to give it sunshine. You've got to give it attention. In the same way, the soul is like a seed. And that seed is a seed, not just a seed. It's a seed of love. It's a seed of peace. It's a seed of truth. It's a seed of happiness. But you have to allow it to germinate. And every day, we are here on the earth stage. The earth is like the stage, and we're all actors on the stage, and we're given a part to play. And when we're given a part to play, there are two things we do all day long. We act and we interact. We act and we interact. We act out our part, and in acting out our part, we have to interact with others. The two goal and opportunity has been given to all of us, every single one of us. We've got two goal and opportunity, to act out our part and an opportunity to interact with others. So these two goal and opportunity, we should maximize the use of it. We should maximize every opportunity. This is why I felt very confined. Yeah?
Yes.
And so this is the opportunity we get all day long. So when we interact, here is this golden moment to share love. Like I've been so blessed with having Ganga Day as my hostess. She's an amazing hostess.
Oh, yes.
You must have tasted that.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. And she fuss around us, and she mother us, and she does everything just to make us feel comfortable. And all I'm noticing in those moments, in that fuss, in that concern to make me comfortable, is I'm seeing the love. And I'm seeing that she is a wise person. She's an enlightened person because she's grabbing the moment to serve. She's serving with such humility, and she's growing, expanding that ability to love and doing so. So every act of hers give her the fruit of love. So then we can all see, she can feel it, we can feel it, that she is an embodiment of love. She's an image of love. And how she did it? Just serving with so much love. Expressing concern, genuine concern. And so, I don't want to bore you, so I will say thank you. I know I have to share a few minutes.
Sister, thank you. What lovely words, yes? Absolutely beautiful words. Love and that peace and that joy that we are. We try to do that here in Hollywood with our director. And whatever happens here in Hollywood, we let her direct us in the right way. And we are so blessed to have that here. And it was lovely to have you with us. And I think we all have gotten a message about how to be more loving and how to nourish ourselves so that we can be that seed and to water and honor it and bring it peace. Yes? We will end with a short meditation, and then we'll make a nice circle. We'll show you how we do this and how we